Your Honor, I have one down in the cells waiting for your present.
Copy that. Junior Hustle, be there in a few minutes. It's another day in the life. Judge Junior Hustle. See what we got going on today. Waking the judge up at 5 in the morning. In the middle of doing my very important paperwork. Good morning, officer.
Hello, he's inside talking with one of the EMS right now, Roosevelt.
And my wings suddenly popped out, and it scared the humans so bad that they pulled out a gun.
He's already been by Eclipse Medical for a full psychiatric workup. They cleared him.
So that's why.
And then you can also call EMS to the stand in regards to.
They did it before, and they have not. So,
And I'm assuming that you'll read off all the charges and you'll be prosecuting this
yeah,
case?
I'll prosecute.
You don't even believe I am an archangel in the first place. Which I'm not really archangel anymore. I'm just a fallen angel because of what my actions have done. So I'm a terrible person, and I understand that you don't believe that I'm an or was an archangel, but yeah, okay. So do you have any questions?
If you're an archangel, why can't you just teleport out of here?
Because when I killed that human, I lost all my powers. I lost actually all my powers before that because I did rob somebody.
Terroristic threats, criminal threats, attempted murder of public, servant of peace officer, criminal use of a weapon.
Everything kind of started falling down, and now I'm stuck on this earth without a way
$3,050 fine and 130 months in jail.
Is by
he's changing his stories.
Simply
You hear him?
not feeling guilty for what I've done. Because if not, then I'll go to hell. And if I go to hell, I cannot get out. My brother Lucifer is down there, and he can't get me out. The only
You're
way
saying the only way to go back to heaven is to not feel guilty for murdering two human beings. Two innocent human beings that were just doing their job.
Stop. You're making my guilt feel worse. If I feel guilty, I won't
go back to heaven. Yeah, you should feel guilty,
and
sir.
I'll be stuck on this earth for the rest of my life, of my long, miserable life. And what if my mortality comes back? If my mortality comes back, then that means I'll never be able to be killed. And that means I'll be on this earth over, and I'll have to watch people I love die over and over and over again. It's not worth it. It's not. I'm gonna hope that I can not feel guilty for what I've done and come to peace with it. And I know that they were good people. They were really good people. They were your friends, and I murdered them.
I think you should feel very guilty for what you did, sir.
But I can't.
You know what? What if this is your punishment? What if this is your punishment to stay on this earth forever?
Getting my wings off and all that, and losing my powers.
Oh, good, sir.
Hey, Judge. How's it going?
Oh, well, I was
Listen,
sleeping.
I just want to say one thing, okay? Before court goes in session, if court is going to go in session,
well,
I want to say that
I woke up out of my slumber to come down here and take care of you, so.
Well, I want to say something.
Yes, sir.
This case is not ever about freedom. It's not about me getting free. It's about simply telling my story, and you're not going to believe me. I've already told her. She does not believe me. But if I tell you my story, at least have an open mind.
Well, I'll listen to it all once the court's in session.
All right.
I'll keep an open mind.
Keep an open mind, and it's not going to be believable, and I can't prove it yet. The only way I can prove it is if I don't feel guilty for what I've done, which I have to feel guilty. I know I cannot outrun what I am.
Well, cleansing your soul with the truth always works out in the best in the end.
Yeah, don't bring the soul into this. The soul's not really the best way to bring that into this argument because my
Well,
soul is damned. So now that I am no longer a warrior of God, I am literally hell sent, and she is heaven sent. So that's what it means. She don't know what it means. I'm not going to tell her.
I will ask you questions in the court. I will refrain from any questions.
Okay. All right.
You got plenty of food
I
and
was
water,
gonna say
sir?
this. I was gonna say this.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever happens today in the court session, I don't blame you. This is my last night in Los Santos. Hopefully, because I have to get back to where I came from somehow. So.
I'll let you explain all that when we get up in the court.
All right. Have an open mind though. Don't damn crazy, please.
How you doing right now?
Promise
I
me
heard you
that.
had to visit the hospital. I heard.
Yeah. Can you just promise me one thing?
I'm doing the best I can.
Just don't say I'm crazy and stuff. Just please. That really hurts me.
Those
There's
words
only
would
one way I
never.
can prove it.
Those words would never come out of my mouth.
Okay.
I was gonna ask you. You good with food and water? Are you feeling okay?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. If I die, I mean, the place I'll go is very unlikely. But yeah, I'm okay. Thank you though. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Question.
Yes.
Can I get a Bible?
Sure. Hold on.
All right.
Here, you can take this one.
Thank you.
Check with the officer to see if he's nearly ready. Can I ask you one thing, sir? You're not going to do anything that would be harmful to the court while we're up there, right? You're not going to have any of your friends, family, or anything kind of come into the courthouse and possibly do
All my
harm to us?
family and friends, all my family is solely, and they're not on this earth, so they're in the Silver City. So.
Okay. That's what like I
And
said,
I'm probably going to be the most fascinating, most weirdest, most probably you're going to think craziest person in your entire courtroom that
and
you've
those
ever
words would never
had.
come out of my mind.
Okay, well, I hope not, because I do not like hearing the word psychoval, because that is a very bad torture hell loop in hell. I can verify that by my sources, which you would not believe. So let's just keep it all under wraps. I might use none of my things are metaphors, by the way. I'm not using no metaphors.
No problem. We only speak truth here.
All right.
I'll do my best and listen to everything you have to say.
And also, I have to say this: as a really wise woman told me once, I can't give you the right answers, only the right questions. So if you ask me a question and I don't know the answer, I'm gonna simply straight up tell you I do not know the answer.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough.
And my alarm's going off. 1 second.
What?
1 second. In my mind. Shut the hell up.
You had me nervous for a second. I thought, well, maybe, question I just
Nobody's
previously asked you that was gonna,
No one's gonna break me out. Nobody. I mean, the chances of my brother are coming up here to break me out.
those alarms usually go off in the jail cell here when somebody's breaking out.
Oh no, he
those are
can't
usually
get up here.
Those are
He's
usually
stuck.
the breakout noises.
Listen, he's stuck down there, so he can't get up here.
Fair
You're
enough.
standing right above him.
Fair enough. Huh. What?
Center. He's actually in the center of the earth. So
Copy that.
there's that. Did you say copy that?
10-4.
10-4.
Understood.
10-9. Repeat.
No. I don't know how to repeat what you said.
Negative. 10-9. Alright. Charlie 392. Show me 10-3. Sees video traffic. Alright.
Were you a cop in one of your previous lifetimes?
I was a cop. Well, I'm not actually a cop. Well, I know a couple cops that was in Silver City. That was, well, it was, they died and they went to the Silver City in heaven, and they kind of told me all about their miserable life as a sworn officer of the law. How some naked guy chasing them around with a harpoon once, and somebody cutting off their fingers, and kidnapping their family. I've heard a lot of stories, man. I've been around since the Bronze Age. But I was born like this. I was never a child, so I was born like this. And you're probably very confused now. But you
Like
know
I
what? Let me
said,
just tell you.
I'll let you tell your whole story while we're up in the courtroom. How's that?
Okay.
We can check on the officer, see how close we are to getting you up.
All right, ma'am. I have a question for you.
How we doing, guys?
In your professional opinion, should I tell him who I actually
I'm
am?
good.
If you're speaking, we can. Mouth is moving. Nothing's coming out, sir.
What you are.
Yeah. Well, he don't look like to believe me, so
Nope.
I guess I'm gonna have to go from the very beginning of time.
Um.
Oh, this is
I
gonna be
think the
quiet.
only
Nope.
way you'll get him to believe you is if you prove yourself.
How do I prove myself?
I don't think you can. I don't think you can if you don't have any powers.
Yeah, but you need to. Can you hear us?
What if I do? Can I say something OOC real quick?
Yep.
Oh yeah, then refresh your voice box there. You know, get some water.
Light surrounds.
Yeah, I think that's a good one.
Right.
Looks as though the officer may be ready. I'm gonna have him bring you up as soon as he is. Okay. Do you need anything before we go upstairs, sir? Are you comfortable?
You all might want to take a seat. There should be no people standing in the courtroom because I'm about to reveal a super.
We're not in the courtroom yet, so once we get upstairs, we'll all have a seat.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Officer Lopez, you almost set, buddy?
Yeah, I just gotta get the photos and stuff in there, but we're pretty much good to go. He's
no
got
rush. No rush. I was just
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear.
Okay, you guys scared me for a second, right?
Yeah.
Are you recording this, Miss Rose?
She has been.
Yeah, I'm actually
What's going on?
I'm thinking of being a journalist. Yeah. Documenting this for I mean he is claiming to be the Archangel, you know, so that would be big breaking news if it turned out he was.
Oh wow. Yeah, probably not. But yeah.
Probably not.
She's considering working for TMZ.
I saw you followed Los Santos TMZ.
I'm a big fan,
Don't
actually.
ask how I saw that.
Yes, Your Honor. We're gonna be ready to go as soon as you are.
I'm good to go. I'll meet you guys up there as soon as you bring him up. I'll go in my chambers room and I'll have one more sip on my Coca-Cola and I'll be let me know when you're ready. Okay, all the lights are on. Looks like the candidate did his job. Well, this should be interesting. Ignore what you're watching. Typical judge stuff. We'll make sure these other doors are locked. We don't have any unexpected guests. This will be a closed court session. It's gonna be a weird one.
Okay, Your Honor. I'll be bringing him up now.
Copy that. Just locking up the security doors, making sure we don't have any unexpected guests.
Same. I'm making sure our door's secured down here, so I'm not having to like fucking cuff them again.
Yes, sir. Grab me a quick bite out there. Ain't nothing better than a donut before a court case. Whiskey. We don't talk about this. This is judge stuff. Confidential judge stuff. My notes here. Psyche Val. MS. I think he's the
My fault. I
archangel.
warned all y'all. All right. The goal is to have no guilt. Okay, this is scary. What's down with that?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Godly third eye on that chair.
Okay.
If y'all could do me a favor and
That wasn't supposed to be a joke.
make sure you're shouting so I can hear you up here.
Hello, sir.
Let me just take a
Is
seat
that
here.
better? Is that a good shout?
Somewhat. It'll do for now.
Okay. If you need me to stand up, I will gladly do that. Wait, what's that?
All right,
Hello?
y'all can have a seat.
Hello? Is this better?
Yes.
That's better?
Yep. Sure is.
Alright. So listen. To begin with,
Why don't you stand up to the podium up here if you have. Let's start with Mr. Officer Lopez and see what Officer Lopez has to say first, if you don't mind.
okay.
Yes, we'll have Officer Lopez explain why you're here, and then I'll have you explain why we want you out of here. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Officer Lopez, the podium's all yours, sir.
Yes, sir. Today stands here before you, to my left, the accused Tom Malon. Today's date,
Pardon,
December
objection,
8th,
objection,
2022.
objection. It's Malin.
Malin.
Noted.
Adjust that for the record.
Yep, adjusted. Go ahead.
Stands here accused in this court of terroristic threats, criminal threats, attempted murder of a public servant or peace officer, and criminal weapon. On December 8th, 2022, Adam 121 responded to a medic in distress down on Great Ocean Highway. Upon arriving on scene, Adam 121 was contacted by radio by Captain Ariana Dumbledore. She stated that a male in a black suit had been trying to kill them and had ran over Sully Longbottom with a beach tractor. A female named Cy was acquaintances with Mr. Malon, who stated he was at the motel on Bay City Ave. Upon arriving on scene, a Good Samaritan was at the motel with EMS protecting them. Rose Petal and Juan Carneades were trying to talk to him. Tom Malon made threats about having a bomb in the motel and in the black Felter parked outside of his room. He also stated there were 17 hostages at a bank nearby, and PD requested proof of life of those hostages. It became apparent that Malon was mentally unstable. Malon pointed a Walter P99 at EMS that was outside of his motel room, and Adam 121 responded with lethal force. Malon put his hands up and ran around his motel room. He shoved the firearm into an unretrievable place in the motel room. Malon proceeded to run from the motel room, and the Good Samaritan tackled him and helped Adam 121 place him into custody. Adam 121 then transferred Malon to Eclipse Medical Center, where he had a psychiatric checkup with Ariana Dumbledore. Once Malon received medical treatment at Eclipse Medical, he was transported to Vespucci PD, where he asked for a bench trial and elected to represent himself. Your Honorable Judge Hussle approved a blood draw since he refused to give his fingerprints and accepted his case. Malon was taken to his motel to change into his suit and transported to City Hall courtroom to appear in front of Judge Hussle. Now we stand here, Your Honor.
Okay, anything more to add to that? I'll let the plaintiff have his opening statement.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm done.
If I could have Officer Graham swear in the plaintiff, that would be great. Do you have a Bible, Officer Graham? Officer Graham, do you have a Bible?
Sorry about that. My voice didn't
No,
want to make noises.
you're good. Do you have a
But
Bible
yes,
on you? Okay.
yes, Your Honor. I'll
You could just do me a favor and swear him in.
I'd appreciate if you didn't. I have to make peace with my father first.
I'm sorry, sir. This is just how the courtroom works. All right. Do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth? So help you, Dwayne.
So help my father. Yes.
So help you, Dwayne.
So help me, Dwayne. whoever the hell
There
that
you
might
go.
be.
Okay, sir, if you could step up to the podium. And we could probably undo his cuffs. I don't think that's necessary now.
I'll
I
just be
don't think
the
he's...
bailiff for this.
Sir, are you still handcuffed?
No, I'm uncuffed.
Okay, perfect. Go ahead and
Okay.
give us your opening statements. What's going on today?
So, my name is Tom Malin. Guessing you already know that. I was charged earlier today with many things. I was accused of many things. I'm here by representing myself, as there is no third party or second party standing beside me, and I would like to make a very big ass statement.
Refrain from using curse words in my court. That'd be great.
Sorry, my bad. Silver City
Nope.
does not allow them, so I thought Earth
It's
did.
okay. It's okay. I respect
Okay,
it. It's okay.
so let's begin with this. So, my name is Tom Malin, of course, and sorry, voice crack. And I am okay. Should I just say it?
I would expect the truth and nothing but the truth.
All right.
So help explain the rock plushie.
I'm just what the why does it keep doing that? All right, sorry. I am a archangel.
Sorry, you said archangel?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay,
And
continue on.
so in the beginning, I'm gonna start from the very beginning. So in the beginning, God created the earth,
Hmm.
and his favorite angel, Beelzebub, Lucifer, Samael, um, Satan, uh, all of those, Prince of Darkness, Prince of Lies, uh, all of that. You get what I'm saying. Lucifer was cast down to hell and rule it for all of eternity.
Objection, Your Honor.
Eh,
Oh, this is just an
Objection.
opening statement.
What are you objecting to?
This is just an opening statement.
Irrelevant, Your Honor.
Well, I mean,
The relevance
it
is
seems
that
seems relevant to him.
I am making a statement because I I have to come to understand why I visited Earth in the first place. I'm not supposed to see angels or angelics are not supposed to visit the earthly plane. They're not supposed to do it. I was not supposed to come down here. I was sent by my father
I'll allow it.
to
Go ahead.
okay, I was sent by dear old dad to come down here to make sure the earth is still under wraps, to make sure that it's not raining frogs, to make sure that officers of the law are not committing felonies. Like this officer right here, make sure that he's not committing felonies. To make sure this woman right here, this heaven sent angel, is not committing felons. To make sure this guy, hell, even the guy behind him, is not committing felons. Okay? So I'm hereby standing a former warrior of God. And I've made very many mistakes since being here on Earth. I have been accused of murdering civilians. I've been accused of robbing people. I've been accused of all kinds of stuff, you know? And I cut my wings off to fit the society that we live in, which if I told you that I was an angel, you're not going to believe me. Of course you're not. It's the humanly mind. You're not going to believe anything I say. She doesn't even believe me, which it really sucks because I am what I am and I'm telling you the truth. It's nothing but the truth, so help me to Wayne. So the fact that I am standing here on the earth and I am mortal. I am very mortal, you know? So I am not immortal anymore because I'm a fallen angel. I was accused of murdering a human, which angels are not allowed to kill people. So if I did do that, then I'm a fallen. And I'm not going to rise anytime soon until I stop feeling guilt for what I've done. Sure, I shouldn't have murdered or been accused of murdering an innocent civilian. You know, she should have never suffered that. And you know what? I do feel guilty for what I done. I do. I really do. And I cannot leave this earth until I do not feel guilty for what I've done. So this might be my last night in Los Santos, as I would not wish on my worst enemy for a former warrior of God and a archangel to be on the same earth as these humans, because they have no idea about the divine. The divine should not be exposed to humans. It shouldn't. It should never been exposed. I should have never came to Earth. But I was sent down here to accomplish a mission that should have taken what, 35 minutes? Just check up on Earth, make sure everything's cool. But I stayed. It changed me. I started doing things I shouldn't have done. And now I am probably banned from the Silver City, just like my dear brother Lucifer. So, with that being said, Your Honor, I would like to request. Actually, I wouldn't like to request anything. This is not a case about freedom. This is a case about understanding and just no remorse. I don't want anyone to feel bad for what I done or see this guy behind me. This guy behind me literally looks confused. Like, I'm not even gonna cap. He looks confused. Very confused. So, and I guarantee you, after I get on saying my big speech, I guarantee you that nobody in this courtroom is gonna believe what I say. Because I don't know. But I am an archangel, was an archangel, and now I got wings. I cut them off because, I felt like I was being controlled by, my former divine. And I did spend a millennia up there, so it's very hard to adjust to this world. So that's not an excuse for my actions because I don't know how to control certain things. Losing my powers really got to me in a way I didn't think was possible. I can no longer predict things. I can no longer fly. Before I could fly wherever I wanted to, didn't have to have a car, so it's very challenging. And the only way I can actually get back to the Silver City is by not feeling guilty, which right now I feel very guilty. I feel very guilty right now. Very guilty. And can I be honest?
Fuck that.
I did murder a civilian. I'm confessing. I'm pleading guilty as guilty because the only way I cannot feel guilty about what I've done is to confess to it. And maybe one day I will rise and rise above the darkness that I have greatly fallen to. Because y'all know how that story ends.
Mind if I ask you a few questions?
Go ahead.
How you feeling right now?
Quite emotional, quite sad, quite relieved that I just got all that off my chest, and honestly quite remorseful.
How long did you say you've been down here on in our city, on our Earth?
Uh, well, up there it's much slower, so there's that.
How
Timeless.
long would you think you've been down here?
Well, I've been here long enough to lose my powers, lose my superhuman strength, lose my ability to fly, and I did cut my wings off because it just didn't feel like me anymore. But now I think that might be a punishment. So maybe about a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe max 4 weeks.
So you've cut your wings off. I'm trying to understand. You cut your wings off to punish yourself?
Correct, because
What would you want to punish yourself for prior to injuring our dearly beloved officers and EMS
no, that
staff?
was before that, of course, because I felt guilty
Well,
about
well, that's what I said. Like, why would you cut your wings off prior to hurting people?
because I'm a monster. I feel like a terrible person because I've done some very terrible things my time on Earth, even before I injured a officer of yours. I've
Could you
done
give
some very
us?
terrible things. I've
Sorry, I don't mean to
sold
interrupt
weed.
you. So
Sure.
before I lose my train of thought, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I gotta ask, what did you do prior to any of this that makes you feel guilty like that?
It could be that I
I mean, since we are telling the
snitched.
truth today, you know.
Yeah, it could be because I snitched on Lucifer about uh 7,000 years ago.
Well, I mean,
Technically.
what you've been on, what you've been on a
Amazing that
city,
you
what have you
got
done that
thanks
makes you
to
feel?
help on Earth. What have I done?
Yeah. Have you injured
I
any
did
of our
have
fine citizens of Los Santos since you've been here?
yeah, I did sleep with a prostitute.
That's
I
negligent.
didn't know she was one, but there's that.
Okay.
That could have really made me feel guilty and made me feel like I wasn't really an angel anymore. So I mean, I slacked my wings right off. There they lay. I actually burned them on Vespucci Beach. They actually washed away under the water. If you go about 450 feet, you actually find them down there somewhere. They're actually probably pretty deep in the ocean now because, you know, when my dear old dad created the Earth, he forgot to put landmarks, so that's probably a bad thing. You should probably update it when you're around.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
This guy
Um.
thinks he's a god.
So besides sleeping with a prostitute, cutting your wings off, hurting the EMS, and hurting police officers tonight, what else have you done to our fine citizens of Los Santos? Anything that you feel regretful for?
I mean, the other reason I cut my wings off was
I mean,
because
you
I
haven't
did,
killed anybody else in this or attempted to murder anybody in the city, have you?
not necessarily, I did show my
Well, whether it be
wings
by
when,
accident or on purpose, I mean, I'm trying to establish
oh,
context here.
no. I mean, well, I did give a citizen a heart attack.
Okay, okay. And can I ask?
This was prior before I cut my wings off. We was in the middle of a conversation and my wings just popped out of nowhere and he just started collapsing. And
Okay.
I followed him to the hospital. Well, I actually flew to the hospital. I flew him to the hospital. And once we got to the hospital, he was pronounced dead on scene.
Okay.
So,
Um,
and I mean, it's completely my fault because I did, in fact, expose the divinity to a human. So I probably shouldn't have done that, but I mean, hey, if the devil gets loose on Earth, that's a pretty bad thing, right? Gotta have the
uh,
archangel to come up and sweep all the sin out of existence. I was joking. That was a theoretical statement. I was not here to collect sin. I was actually here to make sure the world does not collapse. So there you go.
so where did you turn wrong? If you were here to make sure nobody did bad things, what made you in
I don't know.
yourself do
Actually,
bad?
that's what I'm still trying to figure out because when I got here, I was the Silver City's greatest warrior. You know, I was God's favorite angel. Uh, and
He
then
killed someone. I don't know. I just got on
I
duty.
What do you
did
what do you
hump.
think would be? Can I have quiet in the courthouse, please?
I just think
What
Earth
what do
is.
you think the best mode
I
of
also feel
punishment? Like what?
guilty. Wait, what?
I know you
What?
feel guilty, but seeing as though you're an angel and that you're here to help us and all that, what do you think the best mode of punishment would be to help you relinquish your sins?
For sure. I mean, if I do get sent to prison, which is a pretty big if, I mean, how about this? How about this? You ask this poor woman right here what she thinks. Does she think I should go to prison where I will spend the rest of my days? But this is where I'm getting at. Before, when I was in the Silver City, looking down on Earth, I realized I thought you humans were the worst because all of a sudden all the angels in heaven or the Silver City was having a blast, you know, just eating cotton candy smush or anything that we could, you know, because it is the Silver City after all. And then you humans came along and all the angels started looking after you guys, and the Silver City just kind of became an abandoned jungle, you know, like there's no more cherry blossoms, none of that anymore. It's all about humans, 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 humans. And I was looking down on the earth so long, just figuring out a way to make it all stop, make all of you humans just cease to exist. And then I visited down here on a quest from my father to check up on Earth, like I've said 3 or 4 times, and then I seen that you guys are not what I made y'all out to be. You guys are actually really good people, creatures I thought before, but you guys just do what you guys seem fit. And I'm gonna use this guy behind me. That is an officer.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure is the same one that arrested me, if I'm not correct, if I'm not mistaken. Um, and if I had my powers, I could have easily smited him. And it is very dangerous being an officer. I have met many souls that have died and came to the Silver City, and they have told me there are long stories and experiences of officers. this one guy got chased by a naked guy with a harpoon, and he suffered a traumatic death. And I asked him about it because he was in the Silver City, and I asked him about it. And he told me, and that made me just feel like you humans were monsters. And
Okay.
now I know that's not true.
I'm
So-
gonna stop you right there, Mr. Lopez. Would you like to question our gentleman here?
I would like to question Mr. Longbottom.
All right. I'm gonna have you take a seat for a few moments, sir. I'm gonna
Okay.
have some EMS and other witnesses step up.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yep. If you don't mind swearing in, Mr. Longbottom, and you can have a seat to my left over here.
Oh, wait. Can I
He
have a
can
seat?
he can actually have a seat over here. It's a little easier to hear. How are you doing today, Mr. Longbottom?
Oh, I'm doing great. How are you?
Fantastic.
Alrighty, Mr. Longbottom, if you wouldn't mind putting your hand on the Bible. Do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you, Dwayne?
I do.
Wait,
Awesome.
I can't hear him.
You'll
Okay.
need to yell, Mr. Longbottom.
Mr. Longbottom, I'll remind you that you are under oath, and anything you say today, hopefully, will be the truth and
I
nothing but
still
the
can't
truth.
hear him.
I understand.
Okay.
Can you hear him now?
Nope.
You could, if you want to move up to the benches on the left hand side, I'll allow that so you can hear.
All right, bet. I'm actually using body cam, so.
Yeah, that's fine.
Mr. Longbottom,
Yes,
did
sir.
you tell the sequence of events that led up to you being at the beach when I arrived?
We all EMS we were using the official radio. I heard my colleague slash boss Ariana Dumbledore. She was in distress and she said, "Oh, he's kidnapping! He's kidnapping! Ah, save!" And I was like, "Oh shit, what happened?" So we went. Me, and my colleague Juan, who's not here right now. We rushed to the scene, and they were at the barber shop right beside the beach. And I saw a guy, this guy here, getting in Ariana's, my boss's GTR and going away with it. So we followed him on our own cars, of course. And we went to the beach, and this guy, Mr. accused here, he was getting in a tractor. So we confronted him like, "Get out, get out!" Like, yeah, in a heavier tone, like as you can hear me right now. Like, "Get out!" Yeah, like this. So he just ran me over. Like he drove the tractor over me, and I was down. I had broken bones. I had broken legs. My colleague over here on my left had to pick me up, and then I was looking through my almost dead eyes. He just drove the tractor into the sea, into the ocean.
Okay.
And couldn't find him, I guess, and I guess they arrested him later. I have a fuzzy memory after that.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that. Lopez, anything else?
Mr. Longbottom,
Yes, sir.
were you not at the Bay City Ave motel near Bay City Incline?
Oh yeah, I was.
Could you tell me what was going on there?
Oh yeah, this Mr. Accused here, he was hiding in his house, and he was threatening to blow a bomb he hid in a car, which was right behind us. All the EMS and you guys were there, PD. Oh, actually, only you. We were there, and he was threatening to blow the car up with himself, I guess. And he was threatening to kill everyone, as I heard from Miss Sai. Miss Sai is a friend of us. She works at Pizza Dis. Who was also present at the scene.
And what would you say resulted in shots being fired there at the Bay City motel?
I think you wanted to pee or something, so you had to like loosen the cuffs and he ran away.
Okay. And that's just to the best of your knowledge, correct?
Can you repeat
Yeah,
that? He wanted you to what?
you wanted to pee, Mr. Accused.
You wanted to urinate and pee? That correct?
Yeah,
Very
yeah,
correct.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, you're in it.
Okay. I wasn't sure. Yeah, okay. All right. Mr. Lopez, anything else?
No, that would be it for Mr. Longbottom. I would like to call Miss Rose Petal up to the stand.
Okay.
All right.
We're all set.
Oh, shit.
1 moment.
Damn.
Objection. Objection. Objection.
A little late for that, but I'll
You
listen.
might
What do
need
you-
some EMS because I'm about to die of hunger.
Oh, can somebody please give our good sir a?
That's
Actually,
an objection, Your Honor?
I mean,
on that note, I'm very, very, very thirsty. Would you mind giving me an IV, Miss
Yeah.
Petal?
Well. Alright, I need some food, dude. I'm about
Or
to
Mr.
actually die.
Longbottom?
What are you CPR me for?
I'll allow it.
There you go.
Thank you.
I mean, I don't
Mr.
want
Longbottom,
nobody
would you
pass.
mind giving me an IV as well? I
Looks like
I don't want nobody
apologize.
All right.
passing out in the courtroom.
Sure, sir.
Thank you.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Never mind. Oh, wait, actually, in my mind,
Much
am I allowed
appreciated.
to
Thank
be
you.
recording?
Of course.
Alright,
You're not the only one.
good.
All right, Miss Rose Petal. Would you mind putting your hand on the Bible for me?
Yes.
Do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you, Dwayne?
I do.
You may have a seat. It's a tough seat to get into, but I think, yeah, you go. Perfect.
Miss
Yeah.
Rose Petal, if you'll bear with me for a moment while I get the evidence that you have submitted to the LSPD together and to show this courtroom. Just bear
Of
with me a
course.
moment.
We have video footage. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
How you doing today, Miss Rose Petal?
Good, Mr. Russell. How are you?
Doing all right. Doing all right. Glad to hear that you're feeling good. Are you cold, Miss Rose Petal? You look a little cold. You all set? You hungry, water thirsty, anything?
I'm okay. It's a bit chilly, but I think it's the air conditioning.
Okay.
It's a beautiful courtroom, if I may say so, Mr. Russell.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Yes. Spent many years building this place. Let me know when you're ready, Mr. Lopez. I'll direct my attention to the TVs.
Excuse me, Your Honor. I have to go at this moment. Do I have your permission to leave?
Oh, of course.
All right. Thank you.
Yes.
See you
No problem.
later.
Is court still in session? Your Honor?
Are you speaking to me?
Yes, is court still in session?
Oh, yeah. So we're waiting for Mr. Lopez to produce the video evidence that he may have.
Okey-dokey.
Oh my god, I can't fucking move.
I believe he's taking care of that right now. It just takes a couple minutes just to load it up on the screen. It'll be It'll be pretty. Yeah, you'll be able to see it on that TV screen to your left and to the one above my head up here.
Okay. I have a question, Your Honor.
Go ahead, sir.
Is there a lot of recess in this court session?
At this time, we'll probably just watch this video and we'll wait for it to
Right.
see what happens. This shouldn't be much longer.
Okay.
Ms. Rosepetal, while we wait for the LSPD database to transfer that over to my tablet, could you tell me about the series of events that occurred at the motel?
Yes, of course, officer. I was responding to a call with my colleague, Mrs. Dumbledore, and we arrived at the scene and provided medical care for the defendant here. We found him with two individuals, Sai and I believe her boyfriend. This was located right across the street from Burger Shot. We administered medical care, and the defendant started going on about being an archangel, having powers, and we both, for obvious reasons, started to grow concerned about this defendant's well-being psychiatrically. My boss, Mrs. Dumbledore, asked him a series of questions to determine his mental state at the time, and we arrived at the conclusion that he needed further care at the
Objection.
psychiatric
Objection.
hospital.
Okay. What do you object to, sir?
I need to ask the witness a question.
Yeah, we'll get to that in 1 second. I'll let you cross-examine.
You may continue, Ms. Rose.
Of course. At hearing that the defendant would have to go back to the hospital for further psychiatric care, he began to become really aggressive. He pulled out his weapon. He ran to a garage that was located right behind us. He pulled out a car, pointed a gun at me, told me to get in the car or he'd blow my brains out, and proceeded to run over a civilian, the woman, Sai. He pulled out of the parking lot, drove to the nearest salon, at which point he got out of the car, tied my hands up, and told me that he was kidnapping me. Upon hearing this, I got on my radio, asking my colleagues for help. I informed them that I was being kidnapped by a psychiatric patient. Ariana had stayed behind to provide medical care for Sai, which she had just been run over. She responded to my comms on the radio and pulled up, at which point the defendant here got out of his car. He started yelling at Mrs. Dumbledore. He pointed his gun at her, and she pulled out hers. She didn't fire, but the defendant shot her, and she was pretty severely injured. After this, he started yelling at me to get out of the car. My hands were still tied. I asked him to untie my hands first. After which, I proceeded to get out of the car. I go onto my radio to inform my colleagues that Mrs. Dumbledore had been shot by the psychiatric patient. And the defendant gets into the vehicle that Ariana pulled up in, I believe, and drives off towards the ocean. After this point, I had stayed behind to try and assess the scene. I wasn't at the location when it happened, but what I believe happened from there was the defendant ran over another one of my coworkers, Mr. Longbottom, the previous testimony. And from there, he swam into the ocean. We located a truck in the ocean. We searched the truck. There was no one there. We had lost him for a period of time, until he called Sai, the woman he ran over. I could only hear one side of the conversation, of course, but he told her he was in his motel. I believe within 5 minutes of meeting Sai, he provided his motel key room to Mrs. Sai, and we decided with Lopez and my coworkers, Juan, Longbottom, and Ariana, to locate the defendant. Excuse me. To locate the defendant because we were worried that he was a danger to himself and other people. Once we arrived at the motel, she responded to him on her phone to try and get him out. Once he established that he wouldn't come out, she used the key that he provided her to get into the motel. At which point he started making terroristic threats, saying he had planted the motel with explosives, along with the weapon that he arrived on scene with, along with threatening both my life, Ariana's life, Sully's. He grew pretty irate at this point. He refused psychiatric care further. We explained that we were just concerned for his well-being and everyone else's well-being, and we just wanted to check him out at the hospital, and he refused. At this point, I had gone into my head to send Mr. Lopez the footage, so for about 2 or so minutes, I don't have any recollection.
Your Honor, I will be asking a baseline of questions to establish foundation for the audio and video that is going to be displayed to this courtroom at this point in time.
Your Honor, objection. When will I be able to ask the witness some questions?
As soon as Mr. Lopez is done.
All right, well done.
Is that fair?
Miss
Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Lopez.
Miss Ariana, not Ariana, Miss Rose, how often do you use your phone, would you say?
My phone?
Yes.
I would say every day, multiple times a day.
And how often do you say you record on your phone a day?
Constantly, I would say.
Okay. No further questions at this time until the video evidence has been presented to the court. I will be putting that up on the screen now, Your Honor.
Okay, thank
Out of the car. No, actually, stay. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
My hands
now.
are tied,
Get out of the
sir.
car.
I need help. I can't exit the car. You tied up my hand.
I killed your friend.
you. Mr. Lopez, if I could ask to turn that up, please.
Untie my hand so I can get out of the car.
All right. No, actually, wait.
Thank you.
I'll just carry you out of the car. Your Honor, objection.
Can I ask what you're objecting to?
Yes, the full footage, of course. Now, you both seen that she was still in the car when I walked away.
Okay, I'll let you question the EMS official here as soon as Mr. Lopez is done. Okay, is that fair?
Right.
Okay.
There'll
Go
be
ahead, Mr.
no
Lopez.
further questions for anybody at this time, Your Honor. He may cross-examine at this time if he so wishes.
Seems as though he might.
Objection.
Go ahead. You can come up over here and
All right.
question Wood.
I'm gonna question. And
Go
I have
ahead.
a lot of questions. Okay, I'm gonna stand right here. So, witness. What's her name? Sorry, don't even know it.
Rose Petal.
Rose. So, are you calling me a liar or a murderer?
That's
Your Honor, relevance.
yeah, that's relevant.
Well,
Make it more
object.
direct. Make it more direct.
Okay. So
You can't ask for opinion.
okay. So the footage shown on body cam, on Rose's body cam,
Miss
was
Rose,
not
can I have you
full.
come back a little bit to the stand? A little bit, kind of.
Sorry,
was not-
I can't hear the defendant at
Oh,
all.
okay.
not
You
full
don't have to.
footage.
You don't have to sit down. You can stand. You can. Okay, that's fine. You can stand in
So
front.
didn't Rose say that
Yeah,
I had her
I can't
hands
hear
tied?
him. I'm
All right.
sorry.
You can
Rose,
stand right in front of me. Just standing right
Rose,
next
is
to
that
his face was
correct?
kind of. Go ahead. Say that again.
Rose, so is it correct that I had your hands tied?
Yes.
Is it also correct that once I, in my mind, tried to pull you out of the vehicle, I found in my mind that I could not pull you out of the vehicle. Therefore, I hopped in the black muscle car that was right in front of yours. Is that correct?
Yes.
And then I took off, correct?
Yes.
At any given point in time, did I return to the location?
No.
Okay. So I find it very convenient that you managed to get your hands untied after I left. And once I was driving away, I look back and you're standing outside of the car. I think that's very weird.
Yeah, at that point I managed to undo
Oh, really?
the zip ties that you had placed on
May
my
I ask you
hands.
another question? So you called for backup, correct?
Yes,
How
that's
did
correct.
you reach your radio when your hands were tied in front of you?
My radio is actually located on my shoulder. I
On your shoulder. So
used
how did your
my
hands?
neck.
So your hands. Okay. So your
It
hands
is a
were
large button, sir. I can reach it
okay.
with my neck.
Wait, didn't I? In my mind, I did /me knock out. I knocked you unconscious. So how is it that you somehow managed to call back up when you were unconscious at that moment?
I
I don't think my eyes caught
I can answer
that.
that for you, sir, if you'd like.
Is that in the clip?
I'll I know EMS and medical and PD as well as lawyers have a little device that if they go down, where the device could tell and it notifies all units on staff to come to their assistance.
Yes, correct.
Mr.
Okay,
Lopez,
it's
can you
like
tell us what the
panic
code for
button.
that is? I believe it's a 10 what?
It's a panic
Emergency
button.
That'd be a
emergency
1099, Your
Little
Honor.
1099
orange
officer
thing.
down, medical down. Yep.
Yes, little orange thing on the radio. You know what it looks like.
Yeah, and if it goes vertical or horizontal, like if it changes
Mhm.
rapidly, it notifies help.
Okay. So what?
How
What?
the fuck from this distance?
What the hell?
Can you
What
please?
the
Alright,
fuck?
I'll walk back to where I was standing.
Thank you,
Okay. So
Mr. Lopez. Please control yourself.
yeah,
Thank you.
muscle spasm. I think happens to the best of us. So Rose, at any given moment, at any moment of me trying to kidnap you, why did you not call the authorities when I first? Why did you call your EMS friends when I first kidnapped you?
At that point, when you had first kidnapped me, there was only one officer on duty, and he was he was
Okay. So
1017.
I have a question. Why did you tase me multiple times when we was at the clothes store? You picked me up
Sir, I
and
never tased you.
oh, oh God. Oh my God. Okay, I would like to call in another witness if
Um.
he is in the city still.
Wasn't
Timmy.
aware of another
His name is
witness.
Timmy. Don't know his last name. He is the boyfriend of the
Of the woman you
of
ran
Sky.
over?
Yes, correct.
I don't believe we have access to Timmy at this moment.
All right. Well, Timmy was a witness, and he also seen that they was well. Let's just put it this way. They
Your
was
Honor, objection, speculation.
objection to what? That was a statement.
Let's
Actually,
hear what he
more
has
of a
to say.
fact.
Hear what he has to say.
Speculation, Your Honor.
Let's hear what he has to say.
Speculation of what?
Let's keep it
You're
to me.
speculating for your witness that is not present.
Not
Well,
speculating. I'm known for a fact, and I'm literally reasoning my advice. So please, unless you're objecting to an actual objection, then please just
Your
sit back
Honor,
there.
Yeah,
control
you
the
can't
defendant.
Okay.
you,
You know
you
what? I'm
can't
sorry.
speak on behalf of somebody else
Okay.
or
Chill.
what they may have thought.
My bad. My bad, Your Honor.
It's okay.
So, last couple questions I have for the witness. When I told you that I was a archangel, what was your first response?
My first response was, of course, concern for your well-being.
Okay.
You presented symptoms of delusion, as well as
So you're calling
paranoia.
me delusional.
Sir, I
That's a yes or no question. It should be the most.
Sir, I only am concerned about your well-being as
That's
a
yes
medical
or no
health
question.
provider.
Your Honor, tell her to please answer the question as I asked.
Yeah,
So
you
you
can
believe I'm
answer.
delusional?
I
Go
think
ahead.
you presented symptoms of mental illness,
Okay, so
that being delusion.
okay. So you're calling me a liar, technically.
I'm not calling you a liar, sir.
You're saying I'm lying about being an archangel, which I'm not. So you're calling me
I'm
a
saying
liar.
you are suffering from mental illness, which led you to believe that you are an archangel,
How many years of experience
based
do
on
you
no
have?
evidence.
Based on no evidence of
I'm
being an
a
archangel.
paramedic, sir. I have plenty of experience.
How many years?
3.
Okay. Fair enough. Alright. Alright. No further questions at this time, Your Honor.
Okay. Would you like to call anybody to the stand, sir?
Me?
Yes.
Actually, correct. I would love to call somebody to the stand. This officer right here.
Okay. What?
What?
Is he okay?
Are you? What?
I don't know what happened. I spat
Same.
out or something.
Have you been drinking, sir? Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol today?
No, no. I think in my mind I accidentally clicked a button.
Okay.
Alright.
Commander Lopez, do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you, Dwayne?
So help me, Dwayne.
Rock question. You may have a seat, Commander. Thank you. The witness is yours, sir.
Alright, sir. So, may I have
If you could do me a favor, if you could come up closer to the stand, that would be much obliged.
Absol- is
Or
this
can you
better?
just speak up?
I think he is.
That is better.
Alright. So, wait, what's that?
There you go.
Hello, is this better?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright. I'll take my thing. In my mind, I took my
Yeah.
thing off my mic.
Yeah,
So,
we got it.
okay. Listen, sir, may I have the name, presence to know your name, officer?
Alejandro Lopez.
Don't knock, I will call you Officer Lopez. So, at the time of apprehending me, did you abuse any of my rights? That's a yes or no question, by the way. Did you abuse any of my
Objection, Your Honor.
rights?
Leading.
What?
Ask him a direct question of what right you thought he was abusing.
Okay. Is it true or false that when I asked to have a phone call, you said that you don't deserve a phone call? Is that correct?
As I stated to you, that phone calls are not guaranteed by the state due to repercussions that have happened in the past and hostage situations that have occurred due to said phone calls, because we cannot verify the integrity of who you're calling or monitoring who you're calling. So the
Okay.
state does not guarantee phone calls.
Okay, so you said hostage situation, correct?
Yes.
But there was no hostage.
There's the
as-
potential of a
As
hostage.
far as this woman right here is concerned, she called me delusional. So, for the time being, you just admitted to basically not giving me a phone call because of judging me, correct?
Well, the phone
As
call was
guaranteed
made.
by the state,
The phone call was
you're
made.
not
It was made.
allowed to.
It was made
And
to
you
me.
refused my, just like I refused her request to counseling because I do not need treatment because I am telling nothing but the truth. So help me, Dwayne Johnson. So if I could just, I don't know. It seems like to me that you thought the same
Objection,
thing.
Your Honor. Speculation.
Speculation. Okay.
Yes. Ask him
It
more
seems
direct
to me
question.
like you know what? That's all. I was about to say something else. Speculation. So. Okay. Okay. So do you believe that
Yell
the
to us, sir. Yell to us.
All right. Hello.
Yep.
Yes, there.
All right.
This room is very echoey. It's hard to hear sometimes
Okay.
from back
At
here.
the time of your arrest, when you arrested me, when I pulled out my Walther something another, whatever weapon I had, I don't actually remember the name of it, but
Walter P99.
Walter 99. Okay. When I pulled that out and started opening firing on you, and I said, "Okay, I surrender, I surrender, I surrender," which I said 3 times. How come you kept firing your weapon? It
Please answer
sounded to
that.
me like you had the
Your
right
Honor.
speculation.
Please answer that.
What?
Yes. So you had pointed your weapon through the window of
And you had your
your
weapon pointed at me,
motel
and
room.
actually,
Let
you
him
opened
answer.
fire.
Let him answer, sir. You asked the question. Can he answer it?
Your Honor, construct the defendant, please.
Just go ahead and answer.
As stated, you were pointing your weapon at EMS personnel whom were staged outside your door, and that's when I had moved in. You were already made aware prior to that encounter that we were not able to hear what you were saying within your residence, nor were we able to communicate with you from outside your residence due to certain sound barriers that the motel is using.
Okay. Okay. Well, if Miss Rose's claim is correct, which it
Speak
is
up, sir.
not. What?
Speak up.
Okay. If Miss Rose's, I'm gonna stand closer to the suspect.
Yeah, thank
too.
you very
I'm
much. I
stand
appreciate
closer
that.
on
Thank
the
you.
suspect.
There you go.
I'm gonna. Okay. Is this better?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So listen, if Miss Rose's claim is correct, which it is not, and I am delusional, which I am not, then how come you open fired along with the EMS and another EMS when you guys tried shooting through the window when I was I was armed. I didn't shoot back. You guys are trying to shoot through the window at me. And is that correct?
The only person that had discharged the firearm on that scene was myself. I was trying to shoot you through the window.
Oh yeah.
However, the
Okay.
motel uses bullet-resistant glass.
Okay. So you obviously just wanted to express your need for power, right?
Your Honor,
It's the question.
Answer the question. Come on, man.
Your
You obviously
Honor,
wanted to prove that you had the
leading,
power
It's a
to
yes or
put
no
me
question, though.
put a bullet in my brain, correct?
you had a weapon
Was I
pointed
pointing
at
it at you? I don't
EMS.
believe so.
At EMS, you are a direct threat to society and emergency personnel.
Okay. Well, if I was delusional, that wouldn't be my fault. So you were willing to open fire on a mentally ill patient that has no control over anything. You were willing to do that.
Sir,
Which
I'm going to
also
stop you right
means-
there. Are you claiming to be mentally ill?
No, I object. I am not mentally ill. But if I was,
Your
then
Honor,
that was- that
leading.
means
Did you just
if
object
I
to yourself,
was,
sir?
this officer just admitted to literally, like, this officer would be the type of person to kill an autistic kid. Like, I'm.
Your Honor, objection,
I'm
speculation.
gonna strike that whole last part. I believe you just claimed to be guilty in that whole
I'm not
statement.
guilty.
Okay,
I need to say one thing, though.
continue on. Yeah, go ahead. Yep.
Alright, give me 1 second. In my mind, I'm putting my thing back over my mic.
No,
'cause
yeah,
it's
but
freaking weird.
just handle your mind thoughts to yourself. That's fine.
Alright, can y'all hear me? Hello? Test.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Alright. So listen. So I am an archangel,
I never said I didn't believe you. Go ahead.
and
Are you speaking, sir?
trying
Oh,
to.
no. Okay, there you go.
Alright, so at this time, I do not feel guilty.
All right.
Oh my god.
No, Mr. Lopez, if I could you please handcuff the gentleman in front of us, please?
Oh my god.
You could have.
I
the
don't
bailiff
feel
do
guilty.
that.
I'll go ahead and do
I
that,
don't
Your
feel
Honor.
guilty anymore.
Sir, if you wouldn't mind putting your hands up
I
for
don't
me.
feel guilty anymore.
Okay.
Sir.
At this moment in time, sir, I feel that we've had enough
Put your hands
evidence.
up, sir.
We've had
Don't
enough.
feel guilty.
Please don't taser him. Just handcuff him.
I
At
need him
this
to put
moment,
his hands up.
put your hands up, please. Thank you, sir.
I don't feel guilty anymore.
At this moment in time, sir, I am going to sentence you, seeing as though I have enough evidence to go ahead and move forward with that.
I don't feel guilty anymore.
Sir,
I'm an archangel.
I've heard enough
I'll
tonight
return to the land
think.
of the
Can I
Silver
please
City.
let me speak, sir. I, Judge Hustle, am going to sentence you to death. We are going to
That's
remove you
okay.
from our fine planet. We're going to send you back to where you came from, and I think you'll be happier on that. Officers, if you could
Alright.
escort Mr. Archangel here to your vehicle,
For Your Honor.
and we will bring him to a place of worship, and we will send him back to where he feels comfortable. Because I don't think this is the right place for him.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Was you guys terrified by my light?
I didn't see any light.
We are going to take care of you, kind sir.
Did you guys see the light?
Just I didn't see
It
that
ain't
light,
my
sir.
time.
Did you guys see the light surrounding myself?
No, sir. Oh, jeez. All right, we're gonna have to make this quick. He's calling in some kind of.
My vehicle's over here.
Oh, okay.
I've risen. I've risen. I'm no
But-
longer sinned.
Mr. Lopez, could you possibly find us a vehicle?
I think
Actually-
Sergeant Rose took my vehicle.
I'm leaving here.
I can get one. Hold on. I will get us a pleasant vehicle for us to ride in. Oh shit! No, I won't. Nope. Mr. Lopez, you think you could have your
Hello.
You think you could have your butler bring us a vehicle?
Yeah, I got one coming.
Okay.
Why are my wings back? I'm forgiven. Where's my wings?
We are gonna escort you to this vehicle over here, sir.
Where's my wings?
I can only assume it's because your time is getting close, sir.
My wings ain't coming. Oh no. Oh no. Question.
Yep.
Can I have a request?
You have one. Yep. Go
I'd like
ahead.
to request my last words.
Your last word. Well, don't worry. You'll have plenty of time for that. We're not. We're bringing you home. You'll be totally comfortable in about 15 minutes.
I'm going back to the Silver City.
Yes, sir. I know how to send you back.
You do.
I do. Don't worry,
Me a
sir. I'm
favor.
gonna take good care of you. I believe everything you said.
If any of these Celestials come back down to Earth, please tell them. You hear an echo.
Make sure we bring him to a place where Mr. Lopez, you can
Do you
send
hear
him
an
back to his.
echo?
I don't hear an echo. No.
You don't hear an echo.
No, sir.
Okay. Well, if the Celestials come down to Earth,
I think they'll be happy that we're sending you back to your beings. So,
well, if the Celestials,
don't worry, you won't feel a thing. It'll be nice and quick and painless.
if any other Celestials come down to Earth, make sure they leave.
We will take great care of them, just like as we're about to take care of you, sir. This is a beautiful golf course, sir. This is one of our most cherished places in the city.
Can you let me out of handcuffs at least? It ain't like I'm running anywhere. I want to go back to the
No,
Silver
sir.
City. Just let me out of cuffs. If it's my last day
We
in Los
will,
Santos,
we will.
I don't want to be known
We're not.
for being in handcuffs in my last moment. I want to be able to walk the earth as I was. Make a final prayer before you guys kill me.
We will.
Let me out of cuffs so I can have a few minutes to myself. Please.
Unfortunately, I can't do that, sir.
That's all I ask. Celestials, please.
You will be uncuffed briefly as soon as.
Can I walk this road right here? Walking back. I need to have a word with my father. Please. That's all I
no,
I
ask.
don't think that'd be wise, Your Honor.
No,
That's
sir.
all I ask. It ain't like I can fly off
That's all I ask.
Tie him to the pole, and then we can probably unleash him, uncuff him.
Just
Make
make
sure
it
you-
so I can go a little further.
No, sir. We are going to be tying you to the pole here. Your hands, at least your belt buckle, will be tied to the pole. Please don't try to escape, or
I won't.
we will be forced to. Mr. Lopez, if I could assist you, have you. Sir, as soon as I, spoke to you today, I knew that you were struggling and that you didn't quite belong and fit in down here, and that you were begging for mercy to be released and brought upon your soul that's been lost. Do you have any last words, sir, before we send you home? Any last words, sir, before we send you home?
I'm coming home.
Mr. Lopez,
I need to say one
Yes.
thing.
could you send him home on 3, please?
I need to say one thing.
Yes, sir.
Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not in temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thy is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
1, 2, 3. He'll be missed. I hope he gets to see his father. Have a good day, y'all.
You as well.
You as well, Your Honor.